Guys, Ricardo from Coral View. I just want to show you one of the new lines we bring it on it. We bring it from Spain. Xepta line. It's a new it's an old company in Spain, new to the United States in additives, in a bowling method. They also have created a machine. It's called Xepta the Autobalance. What it does, it measures your alkalinity and those based on, and at the same time, those any elements that you needed. They also create something is called the AVEX, which means the auto balance AVEX expansion. So what this one does, work with the NT sensors. It's ionic sensors that they can measure calcium, magnesium, nitrates, phosphates, and potassium. What this does, creates a balance. So when the machine needs to dose any of the elements, not only read the alkalinity and the calcium, it creates a balance what it needs to be dosed based on the amount of potassium, based on the amount of magnesium. So everything is done properly. Each of these ions can last up to 500 to 700 tests. To replace them, it costs around $50, $60. It's still the price in euros. We got to see how the tariff plays out on this, but we go from there. It's very simple to use. You do 2-3 tests a day until you get used to it, and the machine is already reading and doing the calculations for it. The price on this unit is going to end up around 1,200 euros for the complete unit to get all the testing. The most important thing, this machine doesn't use any kind of reagents, so you don't have to be buying any expensive reagent or making on it. All it needed is a calibration solution, because every time it does a test for logic, it got to calibrate any sensor. Yeah. The NT sensors is an ionic balance. It's very well used in other industry, but at this company in Spain exclusively is manufacturing them for Xepta, and they're going to be available in November through Coral View.
Okay, so November we should see that in the States here.
Yeah, most likely.
All the products over here that you talked
Correct,
about.
and they got a couple of good products. Like for example, this is one of my favorite. They call it BAC. And why do I like it? Because they mix 5 different kind of bacteria. The names are too hard for me to mention right now. But the good thing, each bacteria interact with another one, following the same philosophy of the company, which is have a balance in your reef. As you guys know, in the ocean is millions of viruses and bacteria. So that's the idea, to keep it as close as natural, better in a controlled environment, and we make the animals live longer, protect them, and foreign grow.
Right. So that whole box is pretty much, you just plug all your connectors into it.
Correct. And remember, this one's the Amaspec, Reef Octopus, IceCap. They're our own brands, so we're able to eliminate controllers and everything, and then you can run it out of the app. Think about this too, buddy. You're running a Amaspec gyro with an Octopulse, 2 different brands, and you synchronize them in any way you want it. So let's say you are an Ecotech fan. Follow me. Because it also connects to a cloud, and an Ecotech, you use their controller, their power supply, but just for warranty purposes, and you still control it and mix it. So you can run an M50 in addition to the gyro, totally synchronized and synchronized out of 1 hour.
Gosh, okay. That's cool. That's really cool.
So that's what I was saying though, Andre, in this kind of product, you're like, what the heck? It takes a little bit to catch it, because it's totally new. It's a totally different category.
I love that already.
Imagine when you walk in the back of the building and you got the fucking farm, and you're running 5 400s, and you got 10 power head pairs, so it's 10 power supplies.
Right.
10 controllers, plus this, the cable.
I know all about it.
Check this one out. You saw this one? Yeah. So this is a controller. I'll come back later so he can give you the proper spiel. So this controller, $199, $399, no modules needed for anything, and it is all cloud-based. For example, the liquid sensor, right? Okay. This is RO water. This liquid sensor can read RO water. Most of the time you gotta get plugged somewhere, right? So look at the light over there in the Abyss Tower.
Okay.
So imagine it start leaking, right? The whole thing shut out, and I even can turn off the light wireless.
What?
That's an extra signal. So you know what I'm saying? So you, bro, so you can be in the bedroom kicking it, and then you can set it up so your smart light turns off. It comes with smart plugs. You don't have to run in cables. You can, everything can be connected via cloud.
Right.
So this is another cool one you haven't seen it. So, you know, let's say you got your tank and it start leaking from the top. You will never know, right? You keep going. But this one, grab it, it's a rope leak detector.
Really?
You'll see it, look.
It's a rope leak detector.
Right, so let's say you run that all around the tank, around on the side by the stand, and in the border in case, right? Like this. Look. That shit is style. You gotta see that shit is style.
That's impressive.
So you see what I'm seeing, buddy? And then just dry and then go back.
That is impressive.
And think about this. Out of this one for $199, you can have your auto top-off controller, your security skimmer, you know, anything on it. And then come over here, if you look at it, the box is totally salt waterproof. So it can go under the tank, can go anywhere that you want it.
That's
right? Look at the connectors. They made out of for marines. So, as another thing, what is more important thing, Andrea, here, 0 modules. You don't need to buy any module. All right, you want to use the Auto Aqua, right? And the Auto Aqua got certain plug. Doesn't matter, because this is the connector. The Auto Aqua is going to connect normally there, and then you connect it here. So you don't need to buy an extra module for a specific brand, a specific product. Same thing.
I've been using the Wavy one now for about a week and a half. I have my 2 mass spectrometers.
So it is pretty. You see.